So they're selling their parts of their bodies. You know, before that there's a kind of a communal thing, and then they realize that the audience is there. They're on stage doing a flip-flop improvisation, and then they realize that the audience is there.
Ne vendez pas vos corps ainsi. Allez découvrir le monde. Les miettes que nous ramassons chez eux ne sont rien à côté des richesses qu'ils continuent à prendre chez nous.
Now they're looking for the spirits. They're getting rid of all the spirits in the theatre with their flip-flops. I love flip-flops. They like to get rid of the spirits or be in contact with the good spirits. So it's their way of getting rid of the bad spirits. It doesn't always have to have something to do with the ceremony. I think, you know, watching the piece yesterday, I realized that there's not enough of the personal coming out, which I wanted. And the next week in Blois, I want to work with that, you know, to try and find, because each dancer has got some very beautiful stories to tell. So I want to try and find more of that, because for me the ceremony is only a vehicle. It's only a vehicle to get to talking about themselves. And
N'oubliez pas le titre de cette pièce. Robyn a aussi des costumes pour vous.
Ce corps, je l'ai hérité de ma mère. Ce corps, je l'ai hérité de mon père. La preuve, regarde ça. Il vient de Djégué du Bépa, mon village paternel. Celui-là, il vient d'Afrique du Cou, mon village maternel. C'est justement ce qui me rend fort. C'est justement ce qui me rend bien.
Saki becomes a woman because the backup singer is usually a woman, even though it's a ceremony that's done by men. And I'm playing with. I mean, he's not really a diva. First of all, the men make him dress up as a woman, which is. I'm working with homosexuality here as well, and the phobia about it, which is very evident in Africa, not to mention the rest of the world. He's not so much a diva. I mean, afterwards, he talks about, he becomes very real. but he has a sense of humor. I mean, it's more about here it's more about a transvestite than a diva. I love transvestites. I think they're the most human people, because I think there's an incredible compassion and understanding of humanity and humor at the same time. Yeah, so he becomes this, I mean, I think it's also an outlet, it's probably also an outlet for men that may want to be gay in Senegal. It's the only safe place to play with those things. I'm not saying that that's the situation here, but it's just a possibility, you know. I mean, where does one, I mean, Saki is definitely not gay. But where does one, if you are gay in the society, where do you find a place for yourself? I think it's quite difficult, because it's quite a patriarch and matriarch setup. So I'm just asking that question. I'm not saying anything is or isn't. I mean, do you understand what I'm doing here with this? Okay, well, at the end of the whole culmination of the ceremony is they find a child in the audience who hasn't paid for their ticket. And they bring the child on stage, sometimes it's children, and they make everybody in the audience pay their ticket. And the lion decides when it's enough money. And he makes quite a lot of money out of the audience. But I wanted to take it, I wanted to put it on another level. So we choose somebody in the audience who doesn't have a passport. I mean, I don't know if Europeans know that you have to walk around, what it's like for foreigners to have to walk around, in particular Africans, to walk around without their passports. With a passport all the time, in case the police stop you for an identity. So it's kind of, I'm turning the tables a bit. I'm not sure if the audience is going to feel that. And so we bring that person onto the stage, and the first person, we have like the MC or the backup singer says, okay, you know, what we're going to do with this person, and it's Gérard Depardieu, and but it's the audience, so it's this double thing, and Gérard they ask the audience, must we eat him or must we let him go? And hopefully becomes a bit of a discourse in the audience and between the performers and the audience about what to do. And then we're not sure what happens. Whatever they ask us to do, we do. And the other one is Marie Le Pen, which I think is quite important to talk about. So the lions, the master of ceremony is saying, you know, do we eat her or let her go? What should we do with her? Yeah. So hopefully it'll create some kind of, I'm hoping it's not going to be too easy. And then I chose a character like Tintin, who is liked and not liked, because there's a lot of racist discourse around Tintin. But at the same time, everybody loves Tintin. So it's a little bit more complicated. And we let her go. We let him go. Because to a large extent, Tintin colonizes the world. Not only Africa, but the world. Really, they don't want Tintin on the stage. Germaine says, bye Tintin, see you around. And she walks into the landscape.
Voilà. Gagnez votre. Faut manger, faut manger.
Right now you have a dance from Germaine on the screen that we don't have. What is it? Là maintenant il y a une danse de Germaine, on n'est évidemment pas.
Elle est là, hein, elle peut danser, non?